Good morning, everybody. I've got my coffee. Tsunami. It's June the 13th, and it is morning drive time. So my thoughts this morning is on when we have a problem with people or someone, or we hate someone. And if we listen carefully at how that is said, when I have a problem with someone, that is exactly what it means. Like, we always hear that it's best to forgive for our own benefit, but we never really understand what that means. And what that means is if you have a problem with someone, you have a problem with them. It doesn't affect them. You cannot like them. That does not change who they are or how they respond to people. And so it is best just to let it go. In order to heal, you have to just let the negative thoughts go. I'm not saying be best friends with the person that you had a problem with, but you can't sit and dwell on it. It will eat you up. So everybody, take note on how you feel. Know that if you have a problem with someone, that's what it means. You have a problem with them. It does not concern them at all. It doesn't affect them at all. At the end of the day, they really don't care that you don't like them. So you guys are getting me on the left side today. I forgot my phone holder. It's drive time. So the theme this week is on how we should forgive and how we should not hate people and how we should not like people. I mean, it's okay not to like somebody. We don't, our energies don't play well together with every energy, and that's okay. It's the fact that you harbor these feelings, you dwell on them, you let them affect you. And to tell you a secret, you having a problem with someone isn't that person's problem. It's your problem. That's what it means. You have a problem. So, at the end of the day, you need to just learn how to let it go, because it's only affecting your health, your well-being, and your energy flow. And it'll amaze you how, if you don't harbor on it, you learn to let it go, you practice those self-help techniques, how that just really makes you feel better, makes your energy vibrate at a higher frequency, which is our ultimate goal, because that's what keeps us happy, healthy, and whole. So work on that this week. That's going to be our theme on the YouTube channel. I'm going to post just on how to let go, how to not harbor those feelings, learn what it means to forgive, because we hear that all the time. In order to heal, we have to forgive, not for the other person, but for ourselves. But none of us really know what that really means to us. So we're going to work on that this week. See y'all tomorrow morning. Okay, so I am back in my office, everyone, and y'all like the raccoon tan? This is my summertime look. I wear sunshades, even on cloudy days, and so therefore, the raccoon tan is going to stay all summer, most of the winter, so it'll be okay. So we were talking about the importance of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness means different things to different people. Generally, it involves a decision of letting go of resentment and thoughts of revenge, which is very bad for our energy. The act that hurts or offends you might always be with you. Like, we don't forget that we were hurt. We learn to make peace with being hurt. But forgiveness can lessen its grip on you and help free you from the control of the person who harmed you. Let's read that again. Forgiveness can lessen its grip on you and help free you from the control of the person who harmed you. So we forgive them, and it helps us. By forgiving them, it isn't benefiting them in any way. That's powerful. Okay, it can even lead to feelings of understanding and compassion for the one who hurt you. So when we forgive them, we can really think above ourselves onto why they acted the way they did. So, maybe they hurt you because they were having a bad day and they took it out on you, which never do that. Maybe they hurt you because they didn't understand that would actually hurt you. Like, people have different needs, so therefore what may hurt you may not hurt the next person, depending on how open-minded you are. So it wasn't intentional, but you give them a lot of control when you allow it to keep hurting you. When you think of ways to do revenge, that's hurting you. That's lowering your energy level. That's opening up your immune system to receive viruses. It's your mental health goes way down, so you're not performing at your best. So yeah, let's learn to forgive. Now, I'm not saying that we forget, because we don't forget. And we may decide not to interact with that person anymore. If that's a choice, that's probably a great choice. But let's be a little more compassionate in our thoughts. Let's forgive people, things, places. I have a story for that. We went to the new store here called Buc-ee's for the first time, which is a super big gas station, and the perks are they're known for their barbecue, their 200 gas pumps, and it was a fun outing with the family, except for there's millions of people in a small area. So Tsunami, the service dog, he performed perfect. Like, could not have asked for a better dog. I myself, due to all the people in a small area, it triggered some anxiety. Enough anxiety that I got physically sick and had to leave. And I had been saying all weekend, well, that was a one and done. We're never going back to that gas station, Buc-ee's, because of all the people and the experience I had, the anxiety. Now, that being said, it wasn't Buc-ee's fault that I had a panic attack. It was just the situation of the day. Probably had I had gotten up Saturday morning, meditated, not drank 3 cups of coffee, because that's really bad for anxiety, y'all, and got my energy correct before we went to this lot of people gas station, I would have had a better mindset. I would have been more calmer. I would have been more able to handle the situation. I forgive Buc-ee's. It's not their fault. I just wasn't in my best that day. So I'm not saying I'm going to go back, because that was pretty traumatic. But I'm saying that it wasn't its fault. And if I do go back the next time, I may have a totally different experience. But that's just a personal experience I had. So I don't hate the store or have revenge against the store. I may try it again just to see if I'm where I need to be, put my self-help mechanisms in place. But that's just a little story. I know that had nothing to do with having a problem with a person. But just wanted to give y'all some insight. I hope y'all have a beautiful Monday. And I can't wait to hit on this topic again tomorrow. If you have any questions on the topic of healing and forgiving, I'll leave it in the comments. I love to answer questions. I love to help people. Like I always say, I'm a healer first, business person second. YouTube is somewhere around 10, but we'll take it. I love you guys. Mwah.